What is your understanding of free will? It seems like that's a term that's overused to a point where I think most of us don't really go very deep into what free will means. I'm going to talk about it a little bit from a more spiritual level today. When we think about free will, it means that on this planet we really do get to choose what we want to do with our lives. And the choices that we make will determine how we live our lives. What's cool about free will is that we actually do get to make these decisions. Nobody is telling us what to do. What's not cool about it is that often we make poor decisions because of our free will. One of the things I think about often as I'm 61 years old is how I treated myself when I was younger. I ate really crappy food. I weighed 236 pounds and I'm not very tall. Smoked cigarettes, full of anxiety, type A personality. And I had crippling anxiety because of it, OCD. I knew back then that a lot of these things that I did were not good for me, but my free will said, well, you're going to do it anyway. And a lot of it was because of my past traumas and things I had learned, my belief systems. And I also wasn't thinking much about getting older. The last thing I wanted to think about in my 20s was how I was going to be in my 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. If there was ever one thing that I would say that I would want to do over in my life, it would be to take better care of me, mind, body, spirit, and emotion. And to make more of my decisions, my free will decisions, based on what was really best for me and my family and the community. It would have been nice if I would have had another 3 decades to be working on what I do now in the community. But the reality is, I'll do the best that I can. We have guides, angels, spirit, consciousness that is with us all the time. They will not interfere with our free will unless there's something that happens where we maybe could be killed or something and it's not our time. Then they could step in. But other than that, they just walk by our side 24/7, waiting to see what we're going to do. When you think about your own free will, and that at any moment of every day, you get to choose how you want to show up on behalf of you and everybody else, maybe you'll make a few different decisions based on your free will. The more you move that in the right direction toward your true purpose, dreams, and goals, the more spiritually you will start to receive it back tenfold, quicker. A lot of this is about your intention. Maybe stop just going through your life so much and pay attention and have intention about what you're doing and where you're going, regardless of what that is. I'm not saying anything you're doing is right or wrong. We all do have that free will. If you're 100% happy, perfect. But if you're not, and most of us aren't, maybe start taking a look at putting more intention into your free will and all of the guides and spirits and consciousness that is here to help you. Something to think about. I look forward to talking with you again tomorrow.